With Bitcoin having a good rally once again, hitting the weekend at over 98,000, XRP, well, doing what XRP does, a small consolidation before it starts to move. And in this video, we're going to be talking about ETFs. We'll talk about why Brad Ginghouse is suddenly bullish on the upcoming administration and Ripple's scarcity and why holding the supply is going to lead to massive price rises for XRP. All of that in this video. If that's something you like the sound of and you want to keep up to date with this cryptocurrency market, we're all in. Hit that subscribe button and smash a like to a brand new all-time high. With that being said, let's get into this video. So I want to just double back on something. Cast your minds back into November 6th, where I think Donald Trump was announced as the, the next US president. And interestingly enough, since then, we're starting to see more and more pro-cryptocurrency candidates that are going to be part of his administration. Trump-backed Mike Johnson recently was re-elected as the House Speaker, and there are more and more people coming in. Paul Atkins, to name a few. We know Cynthia Lumens as part of this Bitcoin Strategic Reserve is critical as well. But Brad Ginghouse now going on record giving his positive view on the incoming administration as to why he thinks that's going to play out. Although the rumors that were never confirmed by Ginghouse in the fact that he allegedly met with Trump and that ultimately people from his team discussed his involvement, which I, by the way, think will happen. The ultimate, though, he has been praising the upcoming administration, including Republican-dominated Congress, which he calls the most pro-crypto in history. This is a big moment, and I still think a lot of people don't truly understand how big January 20th is going to set the foundation to. I don't think the market goes crazy on that exact day, but I do think it shifts a narrative, particularly if you're in the US. I think all of a sudden you will get a load more options available to you, whether you buy crypto, hold crypto, stake crypto. I think it's all going to become very interesting. We know Brad Ginghouse donated to the Trump Inauguration Fund and much, much more. However, the big narrative and the one that lots of people simply don't want to answer right now is the SEC. Are we about to see the agency remove itself from this case? A 4-year-long legal battle. And ultimately, we'll see what happens. The departure is just weeks away for Gary Gensler. And ultimately, we know that the new backed SEC chair is much more focused on cryptocurrency adoption as opposed to it being as it was under Gensler. So we will have to keep an eye on this. I think you're going to see more coming out of Brad Ginghouse, but very interesting that he now publicly is in support of an incoming administration. And again, that quote again, the most pro-crypto administration in history. This has to be very bullish indeed. One of the things I did want to touch on really quickly, and although I'd love to be talking to you about an XRP ETF and how close they are, we know Grayscale released some of their upcoming or their kind of findings, or more importantly, their investments that have gone into that platform, of which XRP would be the second biggest one. But crypto ETFs have seen nearly $1 billion poured into Bitcoin once again. This is obviously a huge day, and I guess for me just sets up the narrative as to what's coming. We know the FDIC as well as the SEC and many more are going to change under the Trump administration, and I absolutely believe an XRP ETF is around the corner. We obviously know BlackRock has already been in discussions with Brad Ginghouse and the XRP team, so in my head, that's the first one that comes. We obviously have all those filings that have already gone in. So for me, it's a matter of time. Could we even see an XRP ETF as early as February? Definitely quite possible. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. But it just showcases how much money is coming into this market. The fact that we had nearly $1 billion in one single day going into those spot Bitcoin ETFs absolutely showcases what it's all about and why we are in for a big, big 2025. Loads of people think the market's over. I think personally, the market is just getting started. And all of this, and understand exactly how traditional finance works, all of this bears in significance to RLUSD and the XRP ecosystem and the importance of exactly how Ripple have played it out. Now, some of you would say, well, Ripple just did it by chance. Others may say that Ripple are going to rug pull this at some point, or the smart money goes, Ripple really thought this through. They've had a strategic goal, a vision, if you will, that they wanted to do, and now it's all starting to play out to fruition. The big one, the SEC case, get it out of the way, and I think you're going to see some pretty crazy things coming out of Ripple and XRP. But they did mint 600,000 RLUSD tokens on Friday at the RLUSD Treasury. The firm is controlling the scarcity of RLUSD so that it doesn't overshadow XRP. Analyst Arthur predicted the 20th century January could be a good day to expand supply. Ripple's RLUSD, the dollar-backed stablecoin launched last year, has maintained a tight supply since debut, hitting its cap shortly after release. On Friday, over 600,000 tokens were minted at Ripple's treasury, marking the first significant supply increase in months. XRP trader Arthur speaking on X. So this is important because ultimately they don't want to overshadow XRP. What would be the purpose of it? They want to give people an opportunity with RLUSD. It's more for the financial sector, but at the same time supporting that XRP narrative, building the XRPL out, bringing things like the automated market maker, tokens, and much more to give real use case and to bring new users to that platform. And I think this is a very important thing. While at the same time, we've seen what happens with USDT and we've seen just how big that money print can be. The reality is, I think Ripple really making sure there is absolute intrinsic value that sits with RLUSD, and the fact they don't want it to overshadow XRP means at some point, I believe those two will come together and there will be a harmonious partnership between XRP and RLUSD. In fact, I think you'll be able to use one to support the other. I think it's going to be very interesting indeed. So we talked a little bit about the Bitcoin chart, retesting this key area of price resistance. We broke through that 98,500, looking very strong for Bitcoin through into the weekend. And XRP, like we said, around $2.43. We struggled to break up that higher resistance at the 0.5 Fibonacci. We are looking then to retest the 618 at 255. That's a key level for me, but a couple of things to note. We see an uptrend in the 20-day exponential moving average. This is giving us an indication that we're going to see more positive upside moves coming. Likewise, if you go in a little bit narrower, you can start to see how this is playing out. Let's take the 4-hour chart on the Fib, for example, and we are holding the 0.5 Fibonacci quite well at 243. Now, if we see this break to the upside, this will absolutely give us this retest at 254 as we continue to push. Again, let's go in a little bit nearer. You can see that we're hugging this pretty aggressively, while at the same time, our time frames on the exponential moving averages now on a longer scale are all starting to move in a positive light. We are at a critical point right now for XRP. Do we break the short-term exponential moving average, giving us a push to the upside, or do we continue to consolidate and retest the 0.5 Fibonacci at 243? Key things to watch out for. XRP, though, having a good weekend aligned to the rest of the cryptocurrency market, but watch out. January 20th is just around the corner and you're going to see some big things coming post that for both XRP, cryptocurrency, and RLUSD. Let me know what you think of it all in the comments down below, and how bullish are you on a Trump inauguration for XRP? Until then though, smash that subscribe button and hit like to a brand new all-time high, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.